Robert Ryan, born Robert Bushnell. Ryan, on November 11, 1909, in Chicago, Illinois, grew up in a relatively privileged household. His father was a successful builder, which provided him with a comfortable childhood. Ryan excelled in athletics, particularly boxing, at Dartmouth College, where he stood out as an athlete. After earning a degree in English in 1932, Ryan's path took a winding turn. He worked a variety of jobs, from ranch hand to WPA worker, before finding his calling in acting. His journey to Hollywood was not immediate, but his passion for the craft ultimately led him to train at the Max Reinhardt workshop in Los Angeles, where he honed his skills. By 1940, he had secured his first significant film role. It wasn't until the mid-1940s, however, that Ryan began to see widespread recognition for his talent and resilience. Breakthrough performance in Crossfire. Robert Ryan's career took a major turn in 1947 with his standout role in the film Crossfire. In this gripping film noir, Ryan portrayed a bigoted ex-soldier, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. This performance highlighted his willingness to take on morally complex, often disturbing characters. Ryan's ability to infuse his roles with intensity and internal conflict made him a powerful presence on screen. Despite being cast frequently as villains or emotionally troubled characters, Ryan's real-life principles could not have been more different. He was an outspoken advocate for civil rights and progressive causes, using his platform to stand against racial discrimination, even when it put him at odds with the Hollywood establishment. Commitment to progressive causes. Off-screen, Robert Ryan was known for his deep commitment to progressive political beliefs. At a time when Hollywood was rife with conservative ideologies, Ryan was vocal in his support of civil rights, nuclear disarmament, and anti-racism. He was a staunch opponent of the House Un-American Activities Committee, HUAC, and never hesitated to express his political views, even at the risk of being blacklisted. His public stance was not just political, it was deeply personal. Ryan's activism was grounded in his belief in justice and equality, and he used his status in Hollywood to amplify the voices of the marginalized. His progressive ideals were reflected in the roles he chose, often portraying characters who challenged societal norms and fought for what was right. Expanding roles and career success. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Robert Ryan's career flourished. He appeared in a range of films, from intense war dramas to westerns, tackling diverse roles that showcased his versatility. In 1949, his portrayal of an aging boxer in The Setup resonated deeply with audiences, as the character's existential despair mirrored Ryan's own experiences with the pressure of a high-profile career. Ryan continued to challenge himself in films such as Bad Day at Black Rock, 1955, and Billy Budd, 1962, where he portrayed morally complex characters that confronted societal injustices head-on. In addition to his work in film, Ryan was also a devoted theater actor, with several successful Broadway appearances, notably in Long Day's Journey into Night, which further cemented his dramatic range and passion for the stage. Marriage to Jessica Cadwallader. On March 11, 1939, Robert Ryan married Jessica Cadwallader, a woman whose intellectual depth and progressive ideals matched his own. Jessica, the daughter of a prominent Philadelphia family, was well-educated and engaged in social causes, making her a true partner for Ryan both personally and professionally. Their marriage lasted over 3 decades, a testament to their mutual respect and shared dedication to education, social justice, and the arts. Together, they raised 3 children, Timothy, Cheney, and Lisa. The Ryan family home was filled with intellectual stimulation, and their dedication to progressive causes was reflected in the environment they created for their children. Their marriage was not just based on love. It was also built on a foundation of shared values and purpose. The Oakwood School, a vision for education. In 1951, Robert and Jessica Ryan's commitment to progressive values extended to the world of education. The couple, along with a small group of like-minded parents, founded the Oakwood School in their backyard in Los Angeles. The school was created as an alternative to traditional educational models, emphasizing creativity, individuality, and social responsibility. The Ryans believed in fostering not only intellectual development, but also emotional and social growth in children. The Oakwood School represented a broader shift in mid-20th century America toward progressive, humanistic approaches to learning. Robert and Jessica's efforts to establish this educational model were a reflection of their broader commitment to improving society, one child at a time. Life at the Dakota and connection to John Lennon. Throughout their marriage, Robert and Jessica Ryan lived in a historic residence in New York City, the Dakota, an iconic building with a rich cultural history. The Dakota was home to many prominent artists, musicians, and actors, providing the Ryans with access to Manhattan's vibrant cultural life. The Ryans' life in the Dakota was marked by intellectual and creative stimulation, consistent with their values. In a twist of fate, the Ryans eventually sold their apartment to John Lennon and Yoko Ono. This connection, though indirect, tied them to a pivotal moment in cultural history. The Dakota would later become tragically famous as the site of John Lennon's assassination in 1980, adding a layer of poignancy to the building's legacy. The end of a partnership, Jessica Ryan's passing. The end of Robert and Jessica Ryan's partnership came in 1972, with Jessica's passing from cancer. Her death left Robert with a profound sense of loss, both emotionally and intellectually. Jessica had been not only his wife, but also his closest companion in life and activism. The two had shared a dedication to social justice and education, and her passing left a void that would never be filled. Jessica's influence, however, continued to resonate in Robert's life, in the lives of their children, and in the many educational and social initiatives they had fostered together. Her death marked a significant turning point in Robert's life, but his work and the values they had shared remained a testament to their enduring partnership. The feud with Robert Mitchum. Though Robert Ryan's career is remembered for his dedication to socially relevant roles, it was also marked by a significant personal conflict with another Hollywood icon, Robert Mitchum. The two actors, despite their similarities on screen as tough, brooding characters, had starkly different off-screen personalities. Ryan was a principled, politically active man, while Mitchum was known for his irreverent attitude and disdain for the Hollywood system. Their feud was rooted in a clash of values rather than professional jealousy. Ryan, deeply committed to his craft and his convictions, found Mitchum's laid-back, often mocking demeanor infuriating. Their relationship came to a head during the filming of The Racket, 1951, where Ryan, frustrated by Mitchum's lack of seriousness, reportedly complained about Mitchum's unprofessional behavior. Mitchum, in turn, mocked Ryan's earnestness, creating an atmosphere of tension that was felt on and off set, clashing ideologies and professional tensions. The animosity between Robert Ryan and Robert Mitchum went beyond petty disagreements. It was a fundamental clash of ideologies. Ryan was a man of deep conviction, dedicating himself to social causes, education, and political activism. Mitchum, by contrast, viewed acting as little more than a job and often mocked the seriousness with which Ryan approached his work. Their differing perspectives on life, work, and Hollywood created an unbridgeable gap. For Ryan, acting was a moral pursuit, a way to challenge societal wrongs, while Mitchum was more concerned with maintaining his bad boy persona. The tension between them was palpable to anyone who witnessed their interactions, and it was clear that the two could not be further apart in terms of their views on both life and their craft. Ryan's final years and legacy. Robert Ryan continued to work throughout the 1960s and early 1970s, appearing in a variety of roles that reflected his commitment to moral and social causes. His final film role, in The Iceman Cometh, 1973, was a powerful portrayal of a former anarchist, reflecting his ability to dive deep into complex, morally conflicted characters. Sadly, Ryan was diagnosed with terminal cancer during this time, and he faced the illness with the same quiet dignity that characterized his on-screen presence. His passing on July 11, 1973, marked the end of a remarkable career in film, stage, and television. Despite his frequent portrayal of tough, morally ambiguous characters, those who knew Ryan personally described him as a soft-spoken, compassionate man who remained committed to his principles until the very end. A quiet reflection. Robert Ryan's final words. In his final days, Robert Ryan offered a rare glimpse into his inner thoughts, reflecting on the richness of his life and career. Despite the challenges he had faced, both professionally and personally, Ryan expressed a deep sense of gratitude. "I've been lucky as hell with my career and my family," he said with a quiet smile. This simple yet profound statement encapsulated his life. Ryan was a man who, despite his often harsh on-screen persona, was deeply appreciative of the people who had stood by him and the opportunities he had been given. His death was a loss to the world of cinema, but his legacy lived on in the films he left behind, his activism, and the enduring values he passed on to his children. The legacy of Robert Ryan. Robert Ryan's career was defined by his ability to portray morally complex characters, often confronting societal issues with honesty and integrity. While he was frequently cast as villains, in reality, he was a deeply principled individual, dedicated to his craft and to causes larger than himself. Ryan's involvement in social and political issues, his commitment to education, and his dedication to family shaped the man he was off-screen. His legacy continues to live on through his films, his activism, and the family he left behind. Robert Ryan may have been a man of intense, often turbulent convictions, but his life was ultimately one of quiet grace, humility, and a commitment to justice.